Wake up in the morning feeling like I have a good day. And all my homies wanna ride today. And all these mommies look fly today. And all we wanna do is get by today. Hey.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get this thing started. It's my kind of party.
Well.
Happy birthday, Kira.
I thought you were going to be like, happy Tuesday. It's just a Tuesday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Logan.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
So, did you celebrate over the weekend or do you celebrate today?
I did celebrate over the weekend.
What'd you do?
I went to a comedy show at the Casino Ballroom on Friday. I hung out with some friends on Saturday, and then my parents came and watched Gwen, so Stephen and I could go on a date on Sunday night.
What a great birthday weekend.
It was great.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I always have loved having a birthday Memorial Day weekend because it just feels like a celebration, even though the weather didn't really keep up.
But there's always stuff
the
to
vibes.
do, right?
Always stuff to do.
It feels like fun around. Like even if it was a rainy day and you went out, like people are out on Memorial Day.
Exactly.
Weekend, anyway.
Exactly. I mean, I've been to my fair share of weddings on my birthday weekend, bar mitzvahs. A lot of people like to have like big events on my birthday. Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. So it has been, it's had its trials and triumphs, but it's always good.
Do you do anything today?
No, I feel like I'm kind of, I'll just probably take it easy, kick it with the fam. You know, I don't know what we're having for dinner, maybe something cool.
And will we stop talking about your birthday tomorrow?
Tomorrow, no, we'll be reminiscing about the birthday.
Crazy.
And then I'll say, well, it's 364 days until I'm 38.
The countdown will begin yet again.
And that's how we do. I am happy to report, and I don't think you care much, that you are the first person to wish me happy birthday today.
I care. And you know what? I want to be serious for a second. Mm-hmm. What was the takeaway from 36? Wait, you turned 37? 38, I'm sorry.
37.
You turned 37.
Yeah.
What was the takeaway from 36?
Oh, my God.
I know, I'm putting you on the spot at 5:30 in the morning, but give me a takeaway. Give me something either good that happened or bad that you learned. Give me something real right now.
Okay. It's probably something it's been a big motherhood year.
Yeah, no doubt.
And
the biggest.
The biggest motherhood year. And I think I've just learned to love myself. Like, obviously, like, you bring this new human being into the world, and you want to pour absolutely everything into them. And it sounds so trite and like everybody says it, but you have to fill your own cup to give to them. Like, you can't be like running on empty and giving the fumes that you have left to your kid. So I really try to still prioritize as much as I can my own happiness and my own fulfillment, and I feel like it makes me better for her.
Well,
that
was very well said, and I'm already going to compliment you real quick, and then I'll shut up and we can move along, play some music and whatnot.
Sure.
But what you listening don't know is that Kira has been religiously going to the gym at noon for like the past 3 months at least?
Thank you. I have. I've been trying.
You've been so religious. So shout out to you you're making me kind of feel bad about myself. Every day I'm like, I think I'm going to go sit on the couch. And Kira's like, I got a noon class. So good job. I'm happy you've been prioritizing yourself, even though you've had to, put Gwen first for now and for the rest of her life.
That's true.
So good for you.
Thank you, man.
Happy birthday.
I appreciate it. This is already such a great birthday. Oh, how can it get better? Maybe someone will bring us cupcakes. Okay. Coming up next, Logan and I had a pretty funny segment that we had yesterday. We want to relive it with you. It's coming up in less than 10 on 97.5 WOKQ. Kent, this heart on your number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ, or Kira and Logan in the morning. Since we've had a little stroll down memory lane today, as it is a holiday show, we're not doing compliments, double downs, and apologies brought to you by Merchants Auto in Hooksett, New Hampshire. We're going to do something a little different.
No, we don't.
So Logan and I were talking about, we are a family-friendly show, so we don't want to be crass while you have your kids in the car. So we were thinking about a word or a phrase that we could refer to when we're talking about intimacy between two partners.
And we're calling it splitting dessert.
Yes, we are. So I have a little game.
Okay.
And it is on the theme of splitting dessert. I have celebrities.
Yep.
And I have 3 other celebrities. And one of them they split dessert with.
Really?
And so you have to tell me who they split dessert with.
Celebrities be splitting dessert with more celebrities.
That they love to do that.
Yeah.
Probably because they're in the same tax bracket and they can afford the same decadent dessert.
Let's go. Let me get a go.
Okay. So who did Tom Cruise split dessert with? Was it Penelope Cruz, Jennifer Lopez, or Selma Hayek?
Ooh. Tommy Cruise, the last one. Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek. She's a fox, huh? Sorry, that is incorrect. He actually split dessert with Penelope. Yeah.
Same last name tripped me up. I was like, there's no way.
You were like, it's a trick.
Yeah.
All right, Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh.
Something tells me she's splitting desserts with quite a few lads. So, did she split with Patrick Schwarzenegger?
No.
Barry Keoghan.
It's him. That's the answer. His name is Barry. I don't need the third. She split dessert with Barry.
Okay. Well, the third, if you want to play along, is Aaron Rodgers. And which you knew. She didn't. It was Barry. Who is that guy?
Barry's the guy from the movie. I don't know how to say this because we're on radio. There was a movie and a guy split dessert with a grave. Saltburn. Licked the bathtub.
Horrible.
That's Barry.
Horrific.
That's Barry. She split dessert with Sabrina. That's a good dessert.
Yeah, it's a good dessert. For him, not so much for her.
Well,
I don't think.
I agree.
Okay. Sometimes it's not even when you split dessert. So, Gwyneth Paltrow, who did she split with? Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, or Jason Momoa?
Oof.
It's a tough one.
This is. Can I hear him again? I'm so sorry.
You may.
Yeah.
So it's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Jason Momoa.
I like the first two. My gut is saying Ben Affleck, but he was with the J-Los of the world, so we're gonna go Matt Damon.
You go with Matty Damon's. Your gut instinct was correct.
Damn
it was
it.
Ben. I don't know when he would have done that. I felt like he was with Jennifer Garner forever.
Wait, Jennifer Garner.
Then J-Lo.
He
went from one gen to the next.
Right, yeah. So that was my exact theory. So, I don't know.
Was he rebounding with Gwenny? I don't know.
Yeah, dessert from multiple restaurants.
It's true. Sometimes you got to taste around. All right, Leo DiCaprio.
All right, let's see.
Who did he split with?
Who's the youngest one?
Right? Who did he split with? Jennifer Aniston, Blake Lively, or who's this? Zoe
Deschanel?
Zaldana?
Okay, so not her. Has to be not her. So give me the first two again. This got easier.
I did not know. I don't know her. Jennifer Aniston, Blake Lively, or Zoe?
Jennifer Gardner or Blake Lively. Let's go with Blake Lively.
Just to correct you, Jennifer Aniston, not...
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know if that changes your...
Well, she's a hot mama, but she's an older dessert.
Okay.
So...
aged.
No, well, just for Leo. Leo likes the 20-year-olds.
Sure.
So I'm going to go with the middle one. Who was it?
Blake Lively?
Blake Lively.
That is correct.
Yeah, no doubt.
Good job. All right, we're going to end with my guy, Pete Davidson.
Okay, he's got a roster.
He be split.
Yeah, of delicate desserts.
Decadent. Okay, did Petey split with Khloe Kardashian, Ariana Grande, or Natalie Portman?
Ariana Grande, final answer, without a doubt.
That's right. He is part of her song Thank You Next, which is all about the boys that she's split with throughout the years.
Yeah, it's about splitting dessert and then saying, actually, I didn't even want it in the first place.
I didn't even order this. Next. You gave me the cannoli. I wanted the key lime pie.
Now I want some ice cream.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Are we going to forever call it splitting dessert?
Yes.
I love that.
And if people know, if you're a real one, call in at any time and just reference splitting dessert. We'll know what you're talking about.
We don't want them splitting dessert with us. We're taken.
No, I'm not saying with us. I'm saying talk about it with us.
Oh, okay. Perfect. On that note, we out. Ginny Rogers is up next. So is 30 Minutes of New Country on 97.5 WOKQ. And don't you forget it all day long, who loves ya?
We do.
Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ, or Kira and Logan in the morning. Now, I'm not going to say it's because it's my day of birth, but objectively speaking, weather-wise, today is going to be the pick of the week.
Beauty.
71, gorgeous, not a cloud in the sky.
I got to tell you the truth. I thought it was going to be like 76. But still.
Today?
70s and sunny.
76. Oh, which weather app do you use again?
The phone one.
Yeah, I use the phone one too.
Why are our phones saying different things?
I don't really know.
At any rate, it's going to be beautiful.
I know. I'm very excited. So, Logan, did you have a good long weekend?
Good long weekend. I wish I could say that it was productive.
That's okay that it wasn't.
Yeah, I got to tell you the truth. I ate and drank like a scumbag.
Did you?
I did.
Well, that's productive if that were the goals that you were setting out for yourself.
I didn't set a goal. What I do know is, I was doing like something around the house and my neighbor was like, hey, we're having people over. Perfect. Did that.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day, Missy midday was like, you want ice cream? I'm like, yeah, I want ice cream.
I got ice cream too.
Yeah, I was like, of course I
You
want an
had
ice cream
to.
sundae for my whole meal.
Where'd you go for your ice cream?
Lagos.
Oh, it's open for the season.
It is. Where did you go?
The Beach Plum in Northampton.
They got ice cream?
Yeah, they do.
The Beach Plum?
The Beach Plum, yeah. Very extensive.
Really?
A kitty's as big as your head.
Huh.
It's really nice.
How about that?
Yeah, cake batter, rainbow sprinkles. Really felt like summertime.
And you got
that was yesterday.
I saw you got breakfast in bed.
I got. Why'd you say it with that tone?
What tone?
The hateful one.
That wasn't hateful.
So I had breakfast in bed.
No, that's how you took it. That's how you took it.
Okay, yeah, I had breakfast in bed.
Yeah.
It was really. I had peanut butter and banana pancakes, little fruit cup, and then I asked for how McDonald's gives you those big hash browns.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. So I got a big hash brown
Here's a question.
and a pickle on the side.
Here's a question.
Yep.
Breakfast in bed's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Are you forcing yourself to stay in bed? Because I would be
Yeah.
like, hey, I kind of want to go sit at the counter
Right.
or the couch.
So it's funny you say that. This year, Steven got a late start on getting the materials for breakfast in bed. I don't want to get into it, but he had a really bad stomach bug all weekend.
Oh.
But he's feeling better now. Praise be. And so he didn't get to the grocery store till about 8:30 on Monday morning.
Oh, wait, he went to the grocery store before making you breakfast in
Yeah.
bed? This point. So, are you just forcing yourself to stay in bed?
I was already up. I went back up into bed.
That is crazy. Just have breakfast at the counter.
Tradition is
I get it.
tradition,
I get it.
Logan.
That's a crazy tale.
It was a different kind of breakfast in bed as my, 18-month-old daughter, literally split the whole thing with me. She's standing over the tray, just picking what she wants.
She's like, we're getting pickles for breakfast now?
Yeah.
I love this
She's
place.
like, I love this day. Your birthday's the best day. So yeah, it was good. It was a wholesome day.
Love that.
Yeah. Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We are Kira and Logan in the morning. So I was just telling Logan off the air, and he had to pick his jaw up off the floor.
I can't wait to talk about it.
So I ran into a girl I used to work with over the weekend when I was at Hannaford, and we were catching up on all the things, and I was asking her about her life and how her boyfriend was doing, and she told me that she and her boyfriend broke up, but they were still living together because they had this lease together, and neither of them could really afford to move out, and they both have jobs, and neither of them have family in the area.
And that's when my jaw was on the floor.
So I had to pry because of me. And I said, oh my God. So how long have you been broken up and been living together? They broke up around the holidays.
Kira, this is you gotta just not break up with your person until you're close to the lease.
I mean,
I just suffer for 6 months.
Also, it's a 1-bedroom apartment, so they're still sleeping in the same bed.
What the heck?
I know.
Listen, they're either hooking up on making dessert. What is it called?
Splitting dessert.
They're either splitting dessert on the low, or one sleeping on the couch.
They weren't splitting dessert even when they were together at the end there. So she said it's been amicable and it's been fine, and they both just are respecting their situation. It's almost over. Their lease is up in July. They've made it.
Okay, so they're very close. They got one more month.
They're very close, but
I just can't imagine being broken up and then they've been broken up since the holidays, right? So around Christmas, you're saying? Mm-hmm. Is he going out? Is she going out? At any point, they're like, hey, I'm going out with some friends. Don't even check in on me.
Trust me, I wanted to ask. There was only so much I could pry into while we're filling up the avocados in the produce section,
Oh my gosh. I could only imagine.
Yeah.
I could only imagine.
I think it might be more common than we think.
To be broken up and living with
together.
an ex.
Yeah. But perhaps not this long.
I need to hear from someone then that's the case. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How does it work?
Of course it's not desirable, but not everybody has family close by or the financial means to get their own place.
I know, and this is perhaps also crazy to say. I would, if I was in the situation,
you'd sleep on a friend's couch?
Either that or, quite honestly, I'm not breaking up with them until the lease ends. I'm just going to suffer through a relationship.
Stay together for the lease.
I'm either getting out and sleeping on someone's couch,
yeah,
or I am suffering through the relationship for 6 more months.
Yeah, that you have to be logical about it. Have you been in that situation? Have you broken up with someone and then continued living with them? How long? Was it as long as my former coworker? 603-749-0975. And I'd love to know the inner workings of if you were dating and the rules of bringing someone back. I mean, you just can't do that.
That's what
right?
I'm saying.
But you're sleeping out and the other person notices, hey, you didn't come home last night. What's up with that?
Well, you're broken up. No comment.
No comment. Your roommates at that point. 603-749-0975. If you are willing to share about a time that you were broken up with someone and had to live with them, we'd love to know how long and how that worked. 603-749-0975. Taking your calls on 97.5 WOKQ.
Think you've got what it takes?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see. It's time to play Can't Beat Kira on 97.5 WOKQ.
Hi, Jocelyn. I know it's your first time playing, so you have to kick me out of here.
Get out of here, Kira.
Okay, Jocelyn. You have to yell. Good luck.
All right, Jocelyn. So she literally leaves the studio. We're going to wait till she leaves, and then I got 3 questions for you, okay?
Okay.
Get more than Kira right or tie her, you win the Zach Brown Band tickets.
Okay.
Question number 1. It's multiple choice here. Initially portrayed as the villain who stole hamburgers, the Hamburglar was part of what fast food brand? Was it McDonald's, Burger King, or Sonic?
McDonald's.
Question number 2. NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre has a Netflix documentary that has exploded in the last week with allegations of sexual harassment and, of course, his welfare scandal in Mississippi. Brett Favre played for 3 NFL teams. Can you name one of them?
Ooh. No, I don't watch football.
Oh, well, you
I don't know
got to
that
throw
one.
a guess out there. A team that maybe you've heard of at least.
Okay, just the Patriots, I guess.
The Pats. Question number 3. This is Phil in the lyrics. This is Dan and Shay, Tequila. But when I taste tequila, baby, I still see ya. Cutting up the floor in a sorority t-shirt. The same one that you wore when we were sky high in blank.
Oh, my gosh.
You got
I
this
actually
one.
don't know this
No,
one.
you do. You know it. The same one you wore when we were sky high in... It's a state.
It's a stage.
It's a state.
State.
Yeah, like a U.S. state.
Mississippi. I don't know.
Sky high in Mississippi. All right. So Jocelyn Kira's coming back in. She's going to get the same 3 questions. And like I said, you tie her, you get the tickets. You beat her,
Okay.
you get the tickets.
Okay.
We love a first timer, Jocelyn, by the way. I hope you're having a good time.
Thank you.
She's like, it's scary, but it's fun. All
There
right.
you go, Kira.
Yes.
Question 1 is multiple choice. Initially portrayed as a villain who stole hamburgers, the Hamburglar was part of what fast food brand? McDonald's, Burger King, or Sonic?
Mickey D's.
Mickey D says Kira Lou and Jocelyn. That is the right answer. Great job. 1-1.
Nice job, Jocelyn.
Thank you.
And this is maybe where it goes downhill. Question 2.
Oh, jeez.
NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre has a Netflix doc that exploded in the last week with allegations of sexual harassment and, if you remember, his welfare scandal in Mississippi. Favre played for 3 NFL teams. Name one.
The Packers.
The Green Bay Packers is correct. Great
Okay.
job, Kira.
Thank you.
Jocelyn said the New England Patriots.
Well, it's a team she knows.
That sounds like that's the only team she knew. That's 2 for Kira, 1 for Jocelyn. Question 3, tequila, Dan and Shay. But when I taste tequila, baby, I still see ya. Cutting up the floor in a sorority t-shirt, the same one you wore when we were sky high in blank.
Colorado.
Jocelyn.
I did know that.
I knew you knew that. This woman said Mississippi.
Well, you mentioned Mississippi with the Brett Favre
I
doc.
wanted to slap the double S, double I, double PPI into her.
Oh, Jossie. All right, so we need to hear you say the phrase of shame. Do you need some light coaching on what to say?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you say, my name's Jocelyn. I'm from Rochester, and I can't beat Kira.
Okay. My name's Jocelyn, and I'm from Rochester, and I can't beat Kira.
It's okay. It's okay, Jocelyn. This was your first time, and we won't lie to you. It was a rocky road, but you caught us on a good day. Happens to be my day of birth, and I'm in a giving mood, and I want to give you a present, and it's these tickets.
You want to give me the tickets?
Yeah.
You're going to see the Zach Brown Band.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you for playing. Number number one for New Country. 97.5 WOKQ. It's Kira, it's Logan, it's the morning, and it's people helping people. So our listener, Alyssa, left us a voicemail on our 97.5 WOKQ app, which you can always feel free to do. We want to help her this morning, so we're going to play you what she said and then discuss it as a class.
All right. So basically my boyfriend wants to pay for laser hair removal. He, sees how much I spend on like waxing, and he thought that it would be like really sweet to, pay for it to be gone, which is great. And like, I definitely can't afford it, but I don't know if like this is like a slippery slope or something. Like if I accept it and say yes this time, like what's next? Is he going to tell me how to cut my hair? But if I say yes to this one thing, then where does it stop? Kind of, is it like a one and done, or am I setting a new precedent? You know what I mean? He's a strong, opinionated guy, and like I love that about him. Don't really know if I want it about my appearance.
Okay. What do you think, Logan? What are your thoughts?
This is crazy, if you ask me.
Okay. Elaborate.
She usually gets waxed or plucked or something anyway.
Plucked.
And he says, hey, I got a more expensive, better solution. Let me take care of this for you. What's the big idea? I don't get it. He's offering exactly what she wants, except a better version. That's like saying, hey, I need a car. You can go get the beat down 2001 Nissan Altima, or I can put you in a Beamer, Benz, or Bentley.
I like the comparison. I do.
Yeah. So I don't get it. I don't
don't know, Logan. I think maybe something's missing here. I think, she talks a lot about control. Is he controlling my appearance? Maybe from where I'm sitting.
Sure, sit there.
It's like she gets the waxes, but maybe, for a financial or a time standpoint, she's not getting them as often as he'd like. And he's like, let's just take care of it. Let's just take care of it.
So
I made you a laser.
Benefit.
That's what I'm thinking. And if that is the nature of it, I don't love it.
Yeah, but if it's a win-win, who cares? If she gets waxed, you know what I mean? Then like you want the hair gone.
Right.
If you're going to pay someone to wax you,
you want to be a hairless wonder. Yes.
So this guy says, hey, let me take care of that full time. I just looked it up. It'll last years. Laser hair removal can last years.
Yes. Right? Yeah, it's supposed to be basically a permanent solution.
But, we gotta be careful with how we talk about this.
What?
Maybe she doesn't want it to always be gone.
Okay.
Maybe she wants the opportunity to change her hairstyles wherever the hair is that she's getting waxed.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in totally. I totally am.
So that's something too.
Yeah, and maybe it's just not as important to her as it is to him, and that's where the control is coming in. It's clear that it's important for him to do the research and offer the laser hair removal, and she's just like, I get waxed when I feel like it, and this is feeling a little controlling.
Yeah, I hear that. I certainly do not think that that's what I don't know the guy, but.
And we don't even really know her.
We don't know either of them. But for me, it sounds like the boy was like, hey, you get waxed. You're paying money for it. Let me just handle it full time. You don't have to go in and out of the waxy place and just done. Laser on me, my treat. You're welcome.
And perhaps his intentions are pure and he's just trying to help his sister out. Let's take some calls here. Do you think that Alyssa's boyfriend is trying to control her appearance by paying for her laser hair removal? Or do you say, accept the gift, lady? What are you doing? What's the big deal? You're getting waxed anyway. 603-749-0975 is our number. Maybe something similar happened to you. 603-749-0975. Is Alyssa's boyfriend trying to control her appearance, or is she completely overreacting and she should just take the nice gift and the nice offer and move it right along? 603-749-0975. We're taking your calls on 97.5 WOKQ. Good morning. We are number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. It's Kira and Logan in the morning. Those are our names. So if you're just joining us, first of all, welcome. Second of all, we are trying to help out our listener, Alyssa, who left us a voicemail on the 97.5 WOKQ app. Spark Notes a dish. She said her new boyfriend wants to pay for her to get laser hair removal. She's wondering if she lets him, if it's a slippery slope. Is this man underneath this kind offer trying to control her appearance? 603-749-0975 is our number. Welcome to the show, Nikki. You're on with Kira and Logan.
Hi, how you doing? So I'm going to go with my husband here because he always tells me not to overthink it. I think that you take the offer that he gave you. Now, whether you want to choose to do it or not, that's up to her. But I think she's overthinking him. I don't think he's putting his more thought into it other than what he's trying to do a nice thing.
I love what you're saying because I think that the odds of him planning out a wax for the next, or, laser hair removal, thinking, I'm going to reap the benefits of this for the next 5 years. He's not doing that. Mm-hmm. He's thinking, you need this done. Here's the problem. Here's the solution. You'll be happy. I can pay for it. It's a gift. Bada bing, bada boom.
It's like what Logan says all the time. Men are really not that deep.
Yeah, that's exactly what my husband says, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, don't overthink this. And now if she has other reasons that she's suspicious of control, that's a whole other thing, but she's applying that to this situation.
Right. I like it. This is well said, Nikki. I like it. And I love that. I do also love the fact that it came from a woman that said, don't overthink it. Like, it's not that deep. Because it's hard because when a guy says that, you're like, hey, watch your damn mouth. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe it is this deep.
It could be.
But it was nice. Nikki, thank you for saying it.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good day, you guys.
You too, girl. Be
Bye.
Good. Bye-bye.
Gabriella, you're on with Kira and Logan in the morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey,
morning.
Morning to you. So what are you thinking?
I think it's a non-issue. I feel like if she's thinking that he's trying to control her, it has nothing to do with the situation, and she should reevaluate that.
Okay, so you think these feelings of, his intentions to control her are coming from something else aside from the laser hair removal issue?
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to pay for it, let him pay for it.
Amen.
She's paying for it anyway. I mean, she's going and getting it done. I would much rather not deal with it and have somebody else pay for it than pay for it every, 2 months.
What's a laser hair removal feel like?
I think it's zaps. I've never done it either, but I think it's like zapping.
Ooh, that'd be
if you
fun.
get shocked by something, I think it's like that.
Kira, we should do that live.
What area? Would you get your bikini area, Logan?
I don't think so, but I mean, for the bit, just to feel it, so I can be like, hey, I know what it feels like. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. I hear the skin's pretty sensitive after, and it can't see the light of sun for weeks. So we'd have to plan accordingly.
Since we finally see the sun today, maybe today's not the day for that.
Today's not the day, but I'm sure it'll rain for the rest of the week, so we'll have plenty of time.
You're probably correct. Probably correct.
Well, thank you, Gabriella. It's great to hear from you. It's great to hear your take.
Yeah, you too. Have a good day, you guys.
Bye. You know what just popped into my head, Logan?
Yeah, what's that?
For Alyssa, there could be an aspect of maybe she would feel indebted to him if she let him do this. I'll give you a more severe example. So my cousin dated this guy, and he ended up paying for her to get implants. And then she ended up staying with him longer than she wanted to because she felt this element of being indebted to him.
I don't know what to say other than this is harsh. Get over it. It's not what it's about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't, if someone gives you something, you can't take that as I owe you back. If they want to give it, cool. That's their prerogative.
If she's able to do that, if she's able to be like, okay, this is a gift and there's no pressure on our relationship to work, someone else might be able to enjoy these benefits that you paid for.
Your friend, your cousin?
My cousin.
Your cousin, in that situation, what would she say if he was take those out?
You got to give those back.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, somebody else isn't going to reap the benefits of what I was able to implant in you. Think that would never happen, right?
It would absolutely never happen,
right.
And that's not how that works. It's
right.
Not like you take them back and you get your money back. That's a surgery.
That's what I'm saying.
And this is kind of a surgical procedure as well.
Right.
Less extreme.
Right. And once it's done, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to bring that up, the element of feeling like you're in debt to someone if they make an investment on your body, on your appearance.
Yeah, but that's what all relationships are. All relationships are an investment. You try to better your person, whether it's physically, mentally, or emotionally.
Ooh, deep.
Yeah, I'm done. I can't say another word. I dropped the mic. I dropped my marker. I'm out of here for the day.
You're just done for the day. You're not retiring.
That was the closing remark.
Yeah, that was really profound. Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We're Kira and Logan in the morning. We do have a call coming in. Donnell, welcome to the show. You're on with Kira and Logan in the morning.
my anniversary. I wanted to say good morning.
Well, good morning. Sounds like you want a happy anniversary, so we'll throw you that bone. Happy anniversary,
Happy
dude.
anniversary to you. How many
Thank you.
years?
19.
Wow.
What's the plan? You got anything planned?
Not yet. We went out to hibachi last night with the parents, so we had about 25 of us there last night.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, rowdy time.
Yeah, well, not so much. We're not rowdy like we used to be. We all calm down now.
Okay, boring. So do you still love your wife?
I do still love my wife.
What's the secret sauce to, keeping it fresh?
Do what she tells you to do, I guess. I don't know.
Isn't it wrong that that's always the answer?
Happy wife, happy life.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's give and take. I mean, I do my thing, she does her thing. You can't spend too much time together, but you got to make time for each other.
Okay, those were wise words, Donnell. Thank you for squeezing that out at this hour.
Yeah, it's early. It's early, guys.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have a happy anniversary and circle back with us on the 20th, and we'll make you a cake.
On the 20th?
Yeah. 19, I mean, I'm not going to try to learn how to make baked goods. I need the year.
I got you. I'm like, it's the 27th, so we're already past the 20th.
Yeah. No, I know the day, because it's my birthday, which you haven't wished me
This is painful.
yet.
I'm in so much pain listening to this damn conversation.
Oh, well, happy birthday. You share it with my mother. What a great day.
Love it.
Your mother shares it with Kira.
No. My mother's 73. So Kira shares it with my mother.
You guys are literally saying the same thing. Okay, thank you for the call, Donnell. Happy anniversary.
Hey, have a great day, guys.
See you, pal.
Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We're Kira and Logan in the morning. So glad you're here. And young Logan has a tale from the weekend he wanted to share with the class.
Yeah, not necessarily a specific incident, but my neighbor was having a cookout, and love them. They're great hosts.
That's awesome.
Great party people.
And you get to just wobble home.
It's awesome. And, we're hanging, and Missy and I are the only ones without kids. Everyone's got at least 2, if not 4.
Oh my God.
They all have multiple. And so, we're hanging out, we're having some beers, or we're doing the damn cookout that just knocked over my water bottle.
That would have been bad.
And, so we're cookouting, we're having fun, we're all hanging. Now, I got eyes on the kids. Because, one, they're entertaining. I don't have kids, so when you don't have kids are entertaining, right?
Exactly.
So,
they're like a bunch of little drunk people on their own.
Correct. And so, there's kids climbing the walls, and they got an inflatable machine slide thing that they're up and down. Like, they're all just causing mayhem.
What a blast.
And I'm noticing things that the parents aren't noticing because they're in a space where they don't have to watch their kids constantly. Like, they're in a backyard with other kids. They're safe. That. And then also, like I said, multiple of the parents have many kids, 2, 3, 4, whatever.
They only have so many eyeballs.
Correct. So I'm noticing stuff where I'm like, that kid's going to get in trouble, or that kid's going to unplug the slide, or that, something bad's going to happen.
You're smelling trouble before a bruise.
And I'm like, do I get involved? And also, like, if I am, like, are the kids going to be like, who the heck are you, dude? You know what I mean? It's like there was one kid who was swinging a golf club, almost smashing other kids in the face.
We don't love that.
And I'm like, should I be the one to take away this golf club from him?
You just see it ending so poorly.
And I'm like, I'm not his dad. It's not my call.
So did you take it away?
No, I let it happen. Dad took care of it eventually. But
That's you have to believe that they
couple
will.
Close calls though, and so but there was one time I could see a kid going to unplug the slide. There are kids on the slide. This is an inflatable slide. This thing's going down. I let it happen.
You let it happen?
Of course I did. I ran over and I plugged it back in. But I didn't stop it. I let it happen, and then I saved the day. Instead of running over and be like, hey, don't touch that. I saw what you were about to do there, punk. I saw it happening.
That's feeling like above your pay grade. Like to avoid, to try to be the one to nip it in the bud.
And also, like, I don't want to step on parents' toes.
Yeah.
Because people have different parenting, like, things. For example, we have parents on our street who let their kiddos run through our street, up and down and all around. And I don't have a problem with it, but I know some people would be like, how come they're letting their kids run in the street? They should be in the yard.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not my place to do that.
No.
And it's the same place. It's like, it's not my place to discipline them. But also, if I think I can catch them before they do something bad, should I?
Yeah, it's like would the parents be like, oh my God, thank you for having eyes on that situation. I almost missed that.
Or would they be like, hey, dude, let them fall so we can correct it?
I guess it depends on the parent, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. And your relationship with the parent. Like, at least these kids aren't complete strangers. They're all like neighborhood kids that kind of know you and you kind of know them.
Valid.
It's a little different than like, stranger at like a public pool.
Or the park.
Right.
Having to discipline someone else's kid is very uncomfy. I don't think anyone really wants to do it or likes to do it. But sometimes you probably have to do it, especially if your kid is involved and going to get hurt or something.
Yeah, I'm just like picturing someone disciplining my kid and me being like, no, I wanted that boy to be running around like an animal. Like, leave him alone. Don't tell my kid what to do, pal.
You could be that parent?
I don't know. I part of me can see it. Like, hey,
definitely.
I put my kid in his place. You don't put the kid in his place.
Logan would get chippy about it. A little chippy. So yeah, that's our question. Have you been in a situation where you had to discipline another kid, or
has someone disciplined your kid
and you didn't like it?
Yeah.
You didn't appreciate it. 603. We're here. Don't even worry about it. Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. It's Kira, it's Logan, it's the morning, and it is time to give away these Zac Brown Band tickets, baby. So this show is this coming Thursday. May 29th is the date if you'd like to go to see Zac Brown Band. The number you have to call is 603-749-0975. 603-749-0975. Of course, we can't just hand them to you. You know I would love that. You have to play a battle of pop culture wits that we call Can't Beat Kira. 603-749-0975 is our number. We play in less than 10, but we'd love it if you called right now.
Think you've got what it takes?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see. It's time to play Can't Beat Kira on 97.5 WOKQ.
Hello, Brittany. You're on with Kira and Logan in the morning.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Have you ever played this game?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how we start, right?
Yes.
Well, let's do it.
All right. Here, get on out of here.
Okay. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, Britt, she's leaving. First one's multiple choice, and we can start right now. You ready?
I'm ready. Are
Here
you
we
ready?
Let's go. She's so focused. Netflix leads the subscription game with 282 million subscribers. Who is the second largest streaming service behind Netflix? Is it Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, or HBO?
I'm going to say Disney Plus.
Question number 2. What show was the most watched show of all time on Netflix? There's 4 options here. Get ready. Was it Wednesday, Stranger Things, Squid Games, or Tiger King?
Oof. I'm going to go with Tiger King because that was during COVID.
Question number 3. This is the Chicks. Cowboy, take me away. Cowboy, take me away. Fly this girl as high as you can and into the wild blue. Set me free, oh I pray. Closer to heaven above and closer, blank.
To you?
To you. All right, Kira's coming back. Great job.
Oh, thank you.
3 questions. Check-a-rooney. How we feeling? How do you feel about the questions?
I don't know.
You don't know at all?
Those were tricky.
All right.
I'm going to say I got 2 out of 3.
Okay. And Kira's back, so we get to see out of 3 how many she gets right. Kira, you ready?
Okay.
Game on.
Netflix leads the subscription game with 282 million subscribers. Who is the second largest streaming service behind Netflix? Is it Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, or HBO?
It's a great question. Man, it could be any.
It could be.
I'm going to say HBO is a little expensive,
Okay.
so I'm going to rule that out.
Crossing off the list.
We're crossing it off. I'm between Disney Plus and was it Disney Plus and Hulu?
It was Disney Plus and Amazon
Prime. shoot. I think Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime is the answer. Brittany said Disney Plus.
I was going to do that because everyone has kids, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tough.
Good job.
1 Kira, 0 Brittany. Question 2. Kira, also multiple choice here. What show was the most watched show of all time on Netflix? 4 options here. Wednesday, Stranger Things, Tiger King, Squid Games.
Tiger King.
Tiger King says Kira. Tiger King says Brittany. Squid Games is the right answer.
Oh, good job, Britt.
Why'd you say good job? She also said Tiger King.
Oh, I thought she said
I
Squid
also said
Game.
Tiger King.
Oh, sorry about that. Better luck next time.
Still 1-0. Question 3. This is the Chicks. Cowboy, take me away. Cowboy, take me away. Fly this girl as high as you can into the wild blue. Set me free, oh I pray. Closer to heaven above and closer, blank.
To you.
To you. is correct. You got that right. Brittany got that right. Final score is 2 Kira, 1 Brittany.
Okay, Brittany, would you need to hear that phrase of shame?
Okay, my name is Brittany. I'm from Henniker, and I can't beat Kira.
But, Brittany, you gave me some good laughs, or maybe Kira was the one giving me laughs. I'm not really sure. We're giving you the tickets anyway.
Okay.
97.5 WOKQ. We're Kira and Logan in the morning. How the heck are you? Back to the grind, back to the work week after a long weekend. I hope it was restful if you had yesterday off. A little earlier on the show, Logan was talking about being at a barbecue over the weekend with a bunch of, kids from the neighborhood. And there were just a few instances where he saw kids doing something that he could predict it wasn't going to end well. Like, for example, unplugging a giant inflatable slide that kids were currently on. In a situation such as that, do you intervene and discipline other people's kids, like when you have to? How uncomfortable. What's the best way to go about it? And has there ever been a time when someone else disciplined your kid and you didn't really appreciate it? Or maybe you did appreciate it. You were like, oh my God, I should have had eyes on the situation. Thank you for saying something. 603-749-0975 is our number if you have an opinion. What's up, Travis? So what do you think?
Obviously there's exceptions to every rule. For the most part, if the kids aren't doing anything that's affecting any other kid dangerously or your kid, leave it alone.
Okay, so that's the rule. Only if it's going to harm other kids is when you step in.
Yeah, like with the kid with the golf club, hitting the kid in the face with the golf club. Hey, dude, if it was my kid, first of all, I'd try to be on as much as I can.
Okay.
But, people having fun, they're at a barbecue, just that, the other thing, I get it. But if it's something I think that somebody could be really, really hurt by it, I don't care who it is. You got to step in.
So let's go to the other end of the spectrum. What happens if a kid is like double dipping in the salsa jar and like putting his whole hand in his mouth, like he's going, like guacamole into his mouth. So he's contaminating it for everyone. So it's not dangerous per se.
But it's gross.
Should I step in?
Gross. I have an immune system and I'll just deal with it or just not eat the guacamole.
Okay, so you would leave it. You would let that kid do his thing and let his parent jump in.
Yeah, or I just do the same thing with the kid in front of me. I put my hand inside of it, lick my hand and put it back in.
You can't beat them, join them, right, Travis?
Well said.
Well, do what you got to do.
Totally. You sound like a reasonable guy.
Thanks, Kira.
Yeah, anytime. Well, thanks for the time, Travis, and thanks for making us a part of your morning.
Every morning. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, brother. Be good, man.
Hello, you're on with Kira and Logan in the morning. What's your name?
Nancy.
Okay, Nancy, you said you have a relevant tale of a time you had to discipline someone else's kid. What happened?
I was never really outspoken, but I was in a department store, and I saw a couple of boys. They decided they would test drive some, regular pedal bikes around the store. And they were just flying around the counters. And I stopped and I looked at them and they didn't bother them. When they came around the second time, I stopped short and I said, hey. And they looked at me and I said, are you going to buy those bikes? And they just kind of looked at me and shook their head. They didn't know if I worked there or not. And they just kind of shook their head. So then put them back. You know what? They walked over and they put them back.
Sounds like this store needs to hire you to enforce some safety.
Really? But this is probably the only time I've ever done it. But once they put the bikes back, I walked away from it and I felt good about it. Because I knew that in the meantime, nobody got hurt.
Absolutely. Well, we really appreciate you taking... Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. It's Kira and Logan in the morning. So just Kira. Logan actually had to pop out, so you won't be hearing his voice for the rest of the show. Everything's fine, but he did have to go deal with some personal stuff. So here I am, party of one, solo artist on my birthday here on the radio. I don't mind working on my birthday though, because obviously on your birthday you want to do all your favorite things, and talking on the radio is one of my favorite things. In spirit of it being my day of birth, I would love if you called and told me about the most memorable birthday that you've had so far. So this could be memorable in the bad way. It could be horrific. You found out your boyfriend was cheating on you and you broke up and you ended up single on your birthday. Or like maybe it was the best day ever. It was memorable for all the right reasons. You won tickets to see your favorite artist on the radio. That's a good birthday. Call and tell me about your most memorable birthday and what the heck made it so memorable. 603-749-0975 is our number. And guess what? It might be my birthday today, but I have a gift for you. Random caller who wants to chime in. We have a pair of tickets to see Zach Brown Band this Thursday in Guilford. 603-749-0975. I'd love to hear about your most memorable birthday, the good, the bad, the ugly. 603-749-0975. Taking your calls on 97.5 WOKQ. Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We're Kira and Logan in the morning. In spirit of me turning 30 today, again, I would love to hear the tales of your most memorable birthday. The good, the bad, the ugly. 603-749-0975 is our number. Hi, thank you so much for holding. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Cheryl Clement, and I'm from Barrington, New Hampshire.
Hi, Cheryl, my girl. So did you call to share about a memorable birthday?
Well, first of all, I want to wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that.
Yes, I had a very memorable birthday this past Sunday. My husband threw me a 70th birthday party.
Yay, Cheryl. That's awesome.
It was totally awesome. It was at Granite Steak and Grill in Rochester.
And was it a surprise, or did you know it was coming?
No, it was a total surprise, and we had a blast. My sister she brought party favors, so we were all tooting our horns.
Ooh,
and
it was like New Year's Eve.
Yeah, like New Year's Eve. It was a riot. We had so much fun.
I love that.
He did so good. He wrote out all the invitations, and it was a lot of fun. We had probably about 20 people there. So
God love him. Great. That's hard. That's hard to pull off a surprise with someone that you live with. I'm proud of him.
And we've been married. It'll be 44 years in August.
Amazing. So, you have a lot to celebrate. Blessings abound.
Yes, he's pretty super.
That's wonderful, Cheryl. Well, happy belated to you, and it's lovely to chat with a gal who loves her birthday as much as I do.
Yeah. My actual one was May 21st.
Yep.
But it was awesome.
A fellow Gemini sister.
Yes, exactly.
Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. It's Kira, it's Logan, it's the morning, and in spirit of me turning 30 years old today, again, we are taking your calls on the most memorable birthday you ever had. It could be memorable for a good reason or memorable for a terrible, horrific reason. Either or. 603-749-0975 is our number. Hi, thank you for holding. Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Donna.
Hi, Donna. Did you want to share about a memorable birthday that you've had in the past?
Absolutely. First, I want to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. It was my 50th birthday, and my husband made it the most memorable ever.
What did he do? What a prince.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Fabulous. First, he wanted to know, how did I want to celebrate my birthday? And I said, keep it simple. I tell you what, make me my favorite food all day long and we'll just relax and it'll be great. So he started the day by making my favorite breakfast, which was waffles. Wonderful.
Great choice.
He wanted to know what I wanted for dinner that night. Oh, no, he didn't say dinner. He just said, what would be the next thing you wanted to eat? And I said, my favorite, meatloaf with mashed potatoes and peas. And so I was expecting him to make that for dinner. However, he made it a little bit earlier, around noontime lunch, and I thought, oh, that's a little weird, but that's fine. We'll eat it.
Yeah, a little hearty for lunch, but we'll work with it.
That's right. However, what I didn't realize was his plans for the remainder of the day would not have allowed for me to eat that for dinner.
Ooh, what were the plans?
Mm-hmm. He then dropped me off at a spa where I had a manicure and a pedicure. While I was finishing up in the spa, one of the employees inside came to me and said, Donna, your driver is here to pick you up. And I laughed because I thought, oh, that's my husband.
Yeah, exactly. Thought she was making a joke.
Yeah, well, it was a driver because there was a limousine outside waiting to pick me up.
Stop!
And hiding inside the limousine was my husband, with a bottle of champagne. And so we got in the limousine and we left and we took a drive to one of my favorite spots, which is York Beach in Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Then as we're driving along the shore and we're in the back roads in York, we're heading toward downtown Portsmouth. Okay, that's cool. Where it drops us off at the Portsmouth Harbor Cruise location.
Oh my God, this is the day that just keeps on giving.
And so we get on this cruise ship that he, I don't know, paid for or reserved or something, and he filled it with 50 family and friends.
Oh my God. Like one of these things would be enough, but it just keeps getting better and better.
Just keeps getting better and better. And then we go out on this river cruise and we're partying and we're having a total blast. And at the end, we're all getting off the cruise ship. And the final hurrah was my favorite car back then was a Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want him to buy me one, which, thank God he didn't. But he did find someone he knew that had one. And they gave me a ride home from the Portsmouth River Cruise to Dover, where we live. So, yeah.
Unbelievable, Donna. Well, I don't need to tell you, honey, but you picked yourself a good one.
Oh, he's a blessing, a total blessing. We've been married for 53 years.
Wow.
And, and so I can't wait to see what's he going to pull off on my 80th birthday. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I can't wait. You'll have to call back. Call back and let us know what he does for the 80th. I'm sure it's, down the line.
Will do.
Thanks, Donna. It was great talking to you. Have a great day.
And you do the same on your birthday. Thank you.
Bye, Donna. Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We are Kira and Logan in the morning. I hope you enjoyed a good long weekend. If you had yesterday off, I hope you're returning rested and rejuvenated, ready for a short week. We love a short week. 603-749-0975 is our number. Our phone lines are always open. Hi there, you're on with Kira and Logan in the morning. What's your name?
My name's Forrest. F-O-R-S-T.
Oh, well, nice to meet you. I don't know that I've ever heard that name called this station.
No, we have met before a long time ago. You were up in Bonneville doing a radio show, and my wife and I went up there, and I think it was right before you got married, and you and my wife kicked it off, and you gave her all kinds of coffee cups and shot glasses from WOKQ. It was like you guys became best of friends and everything.
Oh, I love that. That sounds like we had a great time.
Yeah, it was. What I'm calling to say is that I want to thank you and Logan for making a big difference in my life. In April, my wife found out she had cancer last year. And in September, they turned out to be very aggressive. They said that she's lucky if she had, 6 to 12 months to live. I lost her November 5th. And ever since then, I've been in the grieving process. But listen to you and Logan in the morning, make me laugh, make me feel good and everything. And you guys don't know how much of a difference you make in people's lives. You guys are awesome. And every award out there for a radio station, I think you guys deserve.
Wow. Forrest, I can't tell you how much that means to us. Thank you so much for calling and telling us that. And I'm so sorry you lost your wife.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. We were together for 40 years.
Wow, what a gift.
Yeah, it was. She was my best friend, the love of my life, my whole world. But, we always listened to you guys on road trips, and we laughed and everything. You guys, the things you do, and Logan, he's just funny, and you're out of this world. You're just hilarious and everything. But I just want to thank you guys for, making my day brighter, because I get up in the morning, I put the OKQ on the radio, listen to you guys and see you guys sign off and everything. And I always, at least once a day, if not several times in the morning, I laugh so hard at you guys. And you guys, put a smile on my face. And I haven't smiled since November. But every day I listen to you guys make me laugh. And I want to say thank you. I appreciate it. And I think you guys deserve everything, any kind of award out there. You guys are the best.
Thank you, Forrest. Well, we're glad that we can be a part of your day in a positive way. I mean, this is why we do what we do. And thank you for taking the time to call and tell us this.
And thank you for being a great show.
Thank you. All right, don't be a stranger.
Bye-bye.
Call back soon.
No, I will. Bye-bye.
Okay, take care. That is Nate Smith The song is Fix What You Didn't Break on your number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. It's Kira, it's Logan, it's the morning. Logan had to pop out. Everything is fine, but he did have to go deal with some personal stuff, so you won't hear his voice on this last break. He'll be back tomorrow. But it is time for compliments, double downs, and apologies, brought to you by Merchants Auto in Hooksett, New Hampshire. I would like to compliment a guy named Forrest who called and to share something really meaningful with us today. If you missed the call, I'm going to play a little bit for you now.
What I'm calling to say is that I want to thank you and Logan for making a big difference in my life. In April, my wife found out she had cancer last year, and in September, they turned out to be very aggressive. They said that she's lucky if she had, 6 to 12 months to live. I lost her November 5th, and ever since then, I've been in the grieving process, but listening to you and Logan in the morning make me laugh, make me feel good and everything, and you guys don't know how much of a difference you make in people's lives. You guys are awesome, and if every word out there for a radio station, I think you guys deserve. I get up in the morning, I put the OKQ on the radio, listen to you guys and see you guys sign off and everything, and I always, at least once a day, if not several times in the morning, I laugh so hard at you guys. And you guys, put a smile on my face, and I haven't smiled since November.
My goodness. So, yeah, I'll get deep and meaningful about it. Like, this call really, really touched me, obviously, for a multitude of reasons. But whenever people, ask me why I wanted to be on the radio, it was to be a positive part of their day, because life can be heavy and really tough to navigate, and I just want to remind people of the lightness in life. And to get a call like this, not to make it about myself, but on my birthday, I can't think of a more meaningful and profound gift to hear that what we're doing is working and making people feel lighter and better and helping them through hard times. It's just, it's almost beyond measure. It's almost hard to put into words, but I can't thank Forrest enough for taking the time to share that with us. It's really, really special. So on that note, we out. Ginny Rogers is up next. So is 30 Minutes of New Country on 97.5 WOKQ. And all day long, don't you forget it. Who loves you? It's us. We do.